Who's that? Matthew McConaughey?
That was like 10 seconds ago.
I know. I couldn't remember, man. My bad.
That's what I love about high school girls, man. This was the clip.
All right, now we're live. So
that was Steve that said the high school girl comment, by the way.
What?
That guy.
He pointed the wrong way still.
Okay, well, in my defense, I'm mirrored. So you guys don't see me mirrored, but I see myself mirrored, so I meant that.
Okay. Well, we were talking backstage about this piece, and freaking just jump on it. Freaking like I'm still waiting for the comments to blow up on this thing. No one's blowing it up yet.
We were talking backstage, and we were like, wait a minute. Don't waste any thoughts that isn't paid for by the second. So,
okay, so there's more comments on it actually.
Really?
Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, so it's kind of stupid. Like, I hate arguments like this. So many worry that the articulated fingers from Type C is simply metal and wire rather than endoskeleton. It would have been amazing for you guys to communicate ahead of time that U.S. collectors can't even purchase this. Big disappointment there. You know what's going to go on with
like
that.
A nothing comment. Like, I got no hate against Will, really, but like, you should have known that it wasn't going to be licensed because Sideshow just made theirs, which is the only license for us. And I mean, you got InArt too, so it's like, I mean, yeah, you should know that it wasn't going to be, because I guess I didn't know that you could get some J&D stuff straight from their site. And I guess I never knew about that. And then, but yeah, I thought, well, they're not going to have the Joker available for us immediately because they're not licensed here for 1/6. So yeah, you got to go through a seller, which I'm thinking 1/6 kit. I don't know if you know about them, Steve, but
I always hear you talking about them. Yeah, you always get.
They'll probably have this available, I would think.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring this up because it, like, we finished the other show. We started going backstage, and then it just got announced. So I was like, I'm waiting for these Hot Toys guys to bury this group or bury this, and
It's getting. I mean, when it first got shown that it was, well, when it even got teased that it was Joker, all the Hot Toy and 1/6 guys were pissed, and then when it was confirmed, they got really pissed, and then when they heard the price point, they were super pissed. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe people don't know what's up yet because I haven't seen anything in my chats or anything other than a couple here and there. But also, people might just be sick of talking about the Joker, so they're like, they don't care. But the number one comment I hear is the price point and the dogs. Like, why? You know?
It's funny because I listened to a couple of 1/6 collectors out there, and I swear the whole time I think 4 or 5 of them said like, I hope the price is like cheap, man. Hopefully like, they know who they're getting themselves into. I was like, you guys don't. If you guys heard of J&D before?
Yeah, I know.
They don't give a shit.
It's like it's funny being a statue guy. You're looking at the Hot Toy community like those memes.
Yeah,
like those memes, and like the fucking Mr. McMahon memes. You should have made a video like all the Hot Toy guys saying it's cheap. You seen those ones where he's crying and he's like, nah.
Yeah,
you seen those memes?
Yeah,
that would have been a funny meme to make with this one. Like, that shit ain't gonna be cheap, man.
We'll make it tonight. It's this third party. This is a
Dang.
J&D.
Yeah, J&D, good old J&D.
So, I guess like I've been like, I collected Hot Toys for a little bit. Like, I collected Star Wars, Ashoka, like Rashid pronounces it, Ashoka.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I collected a couple of them. The thing that I did not like is 2.0, the word 2.0. And when I got Ashoka, they made a white version like a couple months after I got her, and I was like, I just got this thing. Let me enjoy it for a little bit.
No.
So I was like, I'm getting out of this thing. But
especially that character, man. There's a ton of that character coming everywhere. They're like
I,
there's probably like 4 different Ashokas like in the last year.
I got IG-11. I got Moff Gideon. I got
Jesus.
Ahsoka, and I got what's her name? The
Oh, the
redhead.
armor.
I got the
Oh,
armor.
Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. All of them. They 2.0'd.
Yeah,
All of them.
every single one.
And
That's
I was like,
crazy. That's true. Yeah.
I must have got in the worst time because I was happy to get IG-11. I was like, this looks pretty good. I got Ahsoka look really good, and I was like, man, like,
Yeah. And then
yeah,
every single one of them went down. Like IG-11 was kind of sought after when he first came out, and then they
that's what I
made more
heard.
of them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's the hot toy game, man.
No, but like that's when I started like when I got into the Hot Toys world. So I was like, let me pull up these YouTubers or like Facebook groups and see what this is all about. Freaking 1/6. Statue guys are very like critical. A lot of people say they whine a lot because of the price, but once you go down to like the 1/6 world, it's like
They
it's
won.
a magnifying glass goes over
Wow.
every single thing. It's crazy, man. Uh,
I've
the
been.
worst thing I heard about this thing is like honestly the worst thing out of all the YouTube channels I heard about this thing is like the jacket doesn't match up to the movie or something like that. I was like, are you guys crying about that? The freaking like 90% of the
Or it
figure is the
feels like
portrait, isn't it?
maybe they're using a filter or something that makes it look lighter and not as like what is it? Is the exposure up or something? Or I don't know how that works, but because it is darker, the jacket is a lot darker in the movie.
Oh,
But
okay,
also
okay.
right there, he kind of looks like Lurch a little bit. Like he looks a little big. I know he's supposed to be a little hunched over, but like doesn't his chest look a little bulky with the
Yeah,
jacket and everything? He looks a little big. I
look
don't
a
know. I
little
don't.
thick, right?
Yeah, I don't love the proportions the same way I do on InArt. But yeah, dude, in 1/6, I feel like they're way more picky on proportions, details to the actual prop or whatever was used in the film. But I feel like in statues you don't get that because you don't. I mean, now you get a lot of movie statues, but a couple years ago you didn't get much movie. It was mostly comic stuff. So I feel like that's why they're more picky in the 1/6 because it's a lot of it is after movie props and stuff. So they care more. And that
Yeah,
likeness looks really good right there.
it's perfect, right? Like I think
Yeah,
you or somebody mentioned it on the show before. Like they're using silicone heads on this thing, and why
yeah.
can't they? Why isn't the like? I think it was Terry that said the likeness isn't as great on the 1/3 that is on 1/6.
Someone I asked this question the other day on another stream, and I was like, if they couldn't get it right on the 1/3, how are they going to get it right on the 1/6? Because I would think it's easier to do it on something bigger, but then someone said like the likeness and the details might be a little more forgiving on 1/6, and it's a little easier to get exact. I guess I don't know, but they definitely nailed it with the 1/6 compared to the 1/3. I think it looks crazy. But to be fair, I never saw that 1/3 in person, and a lot of people used to say in person it was really great. So
It's crazy too because that like phrase gets pushed out a lot. It looks better in person, but look at this in pictures. This looks good.
yeah,
Like right now, it looks good. Like how does
I
that work out?
I kind of hate it too, the phrase, but it's a lot of times I find that it's true. So a lot of times when I see like I just got in that 1/6 scale Logan from Days of Future Past, and people were worried about that because that just released, and
Yeah, his
people were
jawline
worried
was too
about
big or something.
yeah his likeness. And in person, man, it looks great to me. I love it. So yeah,
Damn, Christopher Nolan's Joker really changed the game.
dude, it did. It for reals, it did. Because so the way people are annoyed for the collectibles coming out and tired of seeing this character, I'm tired of seeing this character rehashed in film. Like when Suicide Squad came out, people hated Jared Leto's version of the Joker, right? They hated
Yeah.
like that gangster, like gaudy kind of Joker. But I didn't mind it because I was just glad to see something that wasn't this. Because Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is like this kind of, and then they even made Jared Leto like this in the Snyder cut, and I was like, God, man, like it's like when in doubt, throw the Heath Ledger filter over these guys, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But
playing the
it
safe
was
card.
iconic when it
Yeah,
started, you know. So
but like I said, Eddie, like I was only in the 1/6 world for like a tiny bit of time, so I'm not too honestly, the man. Like I got into it, then I got really. I thought in person, like they were cool to play around with, right? You know, put those poses and everything.
yeah,
But then like all the 2.0 stuff came out. The likeness is legit, man. I really like the likeness and everything. But I think it was yeah. You mentioned that they're only gonna replace these hands only
yeah, I
once
heard
or something like that, right?
because this is the first time we're seeing, first of all, movable neck and like without a seam. So this is the first time we're seeing a full silicone neck connected to the head. That's movable in licensed figures anyway. I guess this guy's known to do this in third party stuff. But that's the first time we're seeing that. And then also the hands. There's a set of hands that the fingers can move. And obviously because it's 1/6, it's so delicate. People are wondering what kind of wiring is going to be underneath that silicone to keep those fingers structured. And a lot of people are guessing that it's only like a little wire. So I could have sworn that I heard someone say that J&D said that they were going to offer one replacement pair of hands. But I forgot where I heard that. So if I'm wrong on that, then I'm sorry. But I could have sworn people were saying that they had mentioned that.
No, I heard it from somebody else too. To be honest, like they're only gonna replace it once. But the big worry there is like I guess what you guys are worried about is does that mean that they're not going to last for a long last time? You know?
I think I definitely wouldn't move them around that much. Like they're movable, but I would only move them like to do little hand gestures. I wouldn't be balling the fists up a whole ton and shit, you know? Because even in the pre-release video, they show him moving the fingers, and really he's just moving them a little bit. He's not like super bending them over and like flipping people off with it and stuff. I wouldn't be bending the fingers that much. They're not going to be that stable. And who knows how long the neck will survive too, because, you know, in 1/6, everybody, you either love or hate silicone, you know, because a lot of hot toys that have seamless bodies have issues over time, like the elbow joints. There will be some ripping around the elbow joints if you keep it bent forever, and in the shoulder areas there could be like some stretching and marks that you know about or see after time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that neck and the hands hold up.
Yeah. I do like the innovation here, man. To be honest, like this is what I wanted to do with the hot toys I had, like twist them around like that. The neck was always an issue. Like everyone kept like especially when I got the Ahsoka, when they said I can't bend her elbows because they're known to crack or break.
Yeah,
I was like, I have to worry about that? Like they should have already known. Like I'm gonna play around with it. Like
that's one of the things that drove me away from hot toy collecting when I first went into statues is the longevity of it. Sometimes they're fragile. So yeah, I don't know.
yeah. So if you guys didn't hear, the price on this baby is $1,700. So I listened to all these like 1/6 guys. Price is always a thing, you know. In the statue world too, you know. Like a lot of people like talk about the. I don't want to say complain about the price. Like it's justified, right? Like people get into the hobby, like paying a certain amount, and then when stuff doubles or triples, it's a topic like
more of the people that are gonna buy this are the people that you don't see on YouTube a lot. Like more of the people. I mean, you might see like Justin's collections or like big reviewers get it just to review it, or like, you know, because they want to check it out. But more of the people, because right now there is a big custom market in 1/6 scale, and they pay this price. They pay 2 grand, and that's for like one figure. You know what
That's
I mean?
crazy. Yeah.
For certain characters made by certain artists, like this Kojun guy that created this, he's big in the custom world, so they're used to paying that. And a lot of times it's those guys, like you may see them in comments and stuff on groups, but they're not like on YouTube talking about it. You know, those, it's like they say, like the big ballers, they don't talk that much, you know, they're silent. But I definitely see people like that buying it. I don't know how many people that are like in the community a lot will get it, because 1,700 people thought the InArt one was crazy, and that was like 1,300, you know. So if you got it from certain places, so
You have the InArt one, right?
yeah.
So would you upgrade to this? I don't know if upgrade's the word, or would you like jump to this?
I don't think I need it with the InArt, but my curiosity for how the silicone looks in hand and how everything works, I do want. There's three versions of this. So this is the Type C, which is 2 bodies, 2 heads, and then all the other accessories. And then there's a Type, all that. And then Type B comes with everything, I think, except for the chair and the second body. And it still comes with 2 heads, just not a second body. And then Type A is like 1 body, 1 head. I don't know if the dogs comes with A or not.
Nope.
But I want Type B, because that comes with both versions of the head, one smiling and one's just his serious face. And I kind of just want it just to see what the figure is like, you know. But I definitely don't think I need it. The InArt one is pretty damn perfect to me. They're like, I don't know if the likeness is even as good as this one on the InArt. I thought the InArt was amazing. This one, the likeness does look even more insane, if that's possible. But I don't think if you have any of the InArt versions, you need this. I don't think, unless you're like I said, unless you're one of those custom people that like want the silicone, that need that in their collection, or just want to check it out, or you know, or unless like Joker, this version of Joker is your number 1 character, you need everything released of it.
Yeah. So it says starting shipping date is Q2 of 2025. So you won't get this for like another year and what, like year and a half almost?
Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of new Hot Toys stuff that's being announced now will be the beginning of 2025, so I guess it's pretty similar timeline. But yes, even in Hot Toys, we're getting used to like statue wait times now. So
That's crazy. That is crazy. I did also hear people like saying they're starting to sell the InArt Joker just to dive into this.
the InArt Joker isn't selling though. Like I've seen several on BTS groups and stuff, or BST groups, I mean, and they're going for lower.
You're a BTS guy?
Yeah, what the heck? Everything's going for lower. So even there's some sites that have the 2-pack on sale right now of the InArt one. So I don't know what J&D is thinking, releasing something this expensive at this time. But you know, J&D has always been like that. They don't really give a shit about timing and what the community is looking for, and they're kind of like, oh, we're gonna send it out. So if it sells, it sells. And to be fair, most of their shit usually sells out, you know.
Yeah.
Distributor sells out. But yeah, I don't know how this will do, to be honest. It depends. I saw that this one was limited to 500, and I don't know if they're making 500. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're making 500 or if the cap is 500. Like, you know how XM does the cap?
Made to order. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work either.
I think it did say limited to 500. It didn't say anything about let me double check. But Either way, I think they said it on their Facebook. Let me double check their Facebook. But I think the exclusive, you know, it being limited to 500, like Pedro says, like it'll sell out because of that. People are crazy people, just because of that number or that low edition size. They'll definitely pick it up for that.
That's crazy that we're seeing more of that in 1.6.
Just some bum says, "Hey, money, good to see you, man. Yeah, I feel you. To be honest, I don't need this, but I am curious, so I will try to grab the A version. Even though my 2-pack InArt is perfect. Dang,
Yeah,
man.
I think people had that same idea with the InArt one. Like, I'll just grab the solo release, the cheaper one, so I could at least see what it's like. And I feel like that might happen with these. I feel like that A version might sell out faster than the C. So I guess we'll see. But I guess I'm a
Nice.
sucker for if there's. I don't need two bodies, but if there's two head options, I always want both of the expression. Yeah. I always want both of them.
Nice guy says, "Are you gonna get this to check it out?" Nah, man. Like I was thinking of doing that for other stuff. Like I got on that wait list for the Hot Toys Anakin, the Rudy hair,
Oh dang.
and I didn't know once your stuff waitlists or converts, you have to order it within like 10 minutes or whatever, or you miss out on it. I waited till the end of the day, and when I tried to order it, it wasn't available anymore to me.
That's what people say. I don't know, because Sideshow themselves will give you a 2-day like time limit, I think. But people say that when they send you those emails, they're not just sending them to you; they're sending them to multiple people on the wait list.
They are.
So if
yeah.
someone jumps on it, then they beat you to it. I don't know. I feel like all of the stuff that I waitlist and converts is usually ready until the time limit says. But maybe it's because
Yeah.
I'm not getting super.
Sergio
Super
Martin
hype
says,
stuff.
"Who picked this up?" I
Not
didn't pick
this
this up.
Each day, I think a new version drops. So today's the Type C. I think tomorrow the Type B drops, and then the day after Type A. I think.
Yeah, you're right. So Friday. Oh, I need to get out of this. But yeah, you're right. Like, so different versions drop out for the next 3 days. Different type B, type all that stuff. They keep showing type C, man. There's your boy Daniel. But the Annie looks good. Yeah, the waitlist is first come. Yeah, first serve. Yeah, I was supposed to get the Anakin for somebody, and then I put it out there like whoever wants it, take it. I'll get it for you. And I didn't know about it. I waited till the end of the day, so I feel like I was a disappointment for that guy. I let him down.
Yeah.
I waited till the end of the day. Waitlist policy a while back. Justin Mum says, "Hey, I admit I'm a sucker. I mean, I do collect statues too, and some people would call me a sucker for that. So I'm okay with that. I expected that." It's all
I'm
fun,
a
man.
sucker for like different stuff, like that silicone head and the way that moves and the hands and stuff. Like, I'm a sucker for stuff like that where it's like, I don't
Innovation.
know, if I can justify the price, I guess I'll try it. I shouldn't be justifying over $1,000 though. Like, that's a little much, but me and John used to talk about this too when InArt started though. We both wanted to get in at the ground level for something that was like innovative and new.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about with this. Like, this is a big thing for this 1.6 game, like how it's getting even more realistic. And yeah, like I know people complain about the cracking, but at the same time, I'm not going to be posing this motherfucker like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to pose him like the Joker. Like, I might get little subtle head movements, but I'm not going to make this motherfucker look straight up and down, so.
Douchebag says, like my ex-girlfriend said when she left me, Jesus, size matter. This is too small for me just to justify.
Why were you charging her $2,000 though?
I wanted to say it, but there you go. Do you see this painting they got oversprayed on the neck? That's pretty funny. It's like
The
all over the
overspray?
place. Yeah.
I think it's on purpose.
You think so?
Yeah, to make how his makeup would run and stuff. Oh, you mean
Uh,
the green is what you're
the
talking
green.
about.
Yeah, on his neck.
I wonder if that's on purpose.
I think it's because like they moved them around, and then the hair
Damn, how did you
caught
even
onto the
catch that?
silicone.
That's so subtle.
I know.
Look at you. You got the freaking Superman sight. I wonder if
CMP,
that's on
baby.
purpose or if that is from the dye on the green hair.
So I think it's from the dye. I don't know if you can see the green here on the closer to his chin, but if you were to put his chin back to normal, it would rub against the hair right here. That's just my thoughts too.
Yeah.
The green is hair dye. He just got lazy dye today.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's on purpose because he had it like that in the movie, and it's like a subtle detail. Because you could see they got the white paint going in the hair because that was on the movie,
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's the second head. What do you think? You think that's as good as the serious face?
I mean, like look wise or like
Yeah, like likeness.
likeness. Something about that grin on like the bottom portion of like his jaw, like it doesn't look like him. It looks like I don't know because the angle too. It looks like he's chubby here. It doesn't look like he's like. I feel like what's the actor's name again?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. He wasn't. I don't think he had a.
Look a little like chubby. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. He's like he had a square jaw in the movie, you know. Like here he has the jaw, but under the jawline, it definitely looks like he was like a little bit, you know. I don't know if that's the silicone plane too, you know, like because a lot of the J&D pieces, a lot of people say like the portrait's always sagging, so I don't know if that's happening right here.
Maybe I don't need this because if I don't get this portrait, I think you save like fucking $600. I forgot what the jump is, but I think the single pack is under 1,000.
It's $700 I heard for the single pack, $1,200 for the double pack, and $1,700 for the ultimate version.
Yeah, maybe I'll go with the one expression because I don't really need him smiling either. Like the InArt comes with a serious face and then the smirk, and a lot of people are like will say that between those two on the InArt you can't really tell the difference, but to me I feel like it's subtle, but it's definitely different. So maybe I'll just get the serious face and out, because I'd be more tempted if he was like laughing or I don't know, had a different face than just smiling, because I feel like he did smile, but like not like just a big old grin like this much, you know.
Yeah. What do you think of this portrait?
I don't love it as much as the other one. I think the likeness is still really good, but the expression I don't love as much. Whoa, another Eddie.
Yeah, I always thought this was you for the longest time. Like, yeah, I was like,
you think
you didn't jump on the chats anymore, so I was like, what'd you say?
What'd you think I think every Steve is you?
You should.
Wow.
Kidding.
Just another Steve. Huh?
So,
I think the chair is kind of dumb too. I know we were talking about that, like, because he only has the chair when he's sitting at the table in the what do they call those rooms in the police department?
Interrogation rooms?
Yeah, the interrogation room. And it's like, dude, give him the table, man.
Get rid of the dogs. Get him the table, you know?
Also, did they need those two bases? Like, one's the street. I don't even know what the other one is.
Yeah, I have no idea where that would.
Because at least with InArt, the other one had the jail cell. So it's like, I mean, if you were going to give two basic bases like that, couldn't that have just been like an overlay over the top? Or
yeah,
is that part of the pricing? Like, that's kind of dumb. Like, I would have definitely said get rid of the second base and give him the table or something like that, you know?
So, is it so they're giving you 2 extra coats here, right? So, is it easy to put these coats on these guys?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not. I mean, it's definitely
Wow, you see this? Money acting like he don't know what an integration room
Wow.
is.
I swear I never. Well, yeah.
That was
Well,
good. That was perfect.
I've been in a drunk tank. I never been in an interrogation room. So can't say is that I do, boss.
No, but you were saying about the putting the jacket on. Sorry, I cut you off.
It's tedious. Like, it's because the sleeves will get bunched up, so you got to make sure you like. You probably got to. Every 1/6 collector has a set of tweezers, man. You gotta get yourself
don't
some.
be flinging
tools,
your dildo around.
What the hell? So yeah.
Okay. Honestly, looking at this is the most expensive version. We are looking at 2 different portraits, 2 different bodies. What's it called? Punched in hair. The freaking new innovation with the fingers and the neck and stuff. I'm not seeing $1,700 here.
It's all that. I also think that part of that money is the hype of that dude's name. Because apparently that dude, that sculptor, that designer, that Kojin guy,
yeah.
Apparently he's like, this crazy guy in the custom game. So it's like, it to me it feels a little bit like the difference between, oh fuck, and I go and blank on the name of the vodka. What's that? Like a super hype brand. Like it's a difference between a super
like a Porsche and a Cadillac or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That, right? Yeah,
you're paying for the name a little bit, I think.
Okay, so it's like bringing it up another level.
Yeah. I wonder if those hands will work on the InArt actually, because that's exactly how the InArt switch out arms are for the seamless arms. It's even like, well, that peg looks like shaped, but if I don't know, because the peg for the InArt is a circle, so as long as that shape is bigger than the circle on the InArt, it might work. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Grey Goose. That's exactly. Thank you, OG.
OG fan is on the friggin'. He first makes fun of you, then he says, "Hey,
yeah." So what is he knew what an interrogation room was for sure.
Oh, and also the magnetic glass eyes.
That is crazy. It's funny because I think they were supposed to do those magnetic eyes on the InArt Gandalf, and I think they came out and said that they couldn't do it because it was a big problem for them on trying to get it done right. So I don't know if J&D just figured it out or if they didn't care, but to me, Hot Toys has those moving eyes too, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit is annoying. Like the way InArt did it, it's on a peg and you just move the peg, and that's a little bit easier. But Hot Toys, like, you gotta go in the head sculpt and then you gotta like insert this tool into the back of the eye and move it around, and it's like super hard to move, and a lot of the times I end up like either moving it too high or too low and he looks cross-eyed.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the magnet's going to be just as annoying, because how can you move one side of the eye and not the other at the same time? Like, wouldn't it move both at the same exact time?
I don't think so, because the way they have it here, let's look at this video real quick. The way they like, it's so small. Like they do cover the other eye up.
It's on the other one. Go up. That first one you were looking at. There, it'll be on there.
This one.
Yeah.
So I can make this bigger.
There it is.
So to me, I think it's a lot easier, I think, to be honest. The way like they show it in this video, we'll see, I guess. There's the fingers you're talking about.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I'd move them that much.
They don't move them, like you said, as much as like...
That's freaky.
It is freaky.
It's freaky, yeah. Make him scratch his balls.
Okay, so I had a question right here. So you see the difference in size of these eyes?
Yeah.
Where are these eyes from?
The 1/3, I'm guessing. That's the only thing I could guess.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Look at that. I think it's easier
Very
for them
good
to do it because of
fidelity.
the silicone, while InArt is all plastic. So look at that.
See, they don't really show the other eye though. Like, what if the other eye is twitching at the same time? You know?
Yeah. Because like I was gonna say, like when they move it, it's like spot on the pupil, but it doesn't look like it's taking a good minute to follow the tool they're using. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's not going in the same like speed as the tool. So it might have that issue, man. It might push the other eye a certain way at the same time, like you were saying. But I'll see if they can send one to CMP so we can test it out.
Wow. Just hit up your boy real quick.
Uh, says yeah, laughing portrait would have been ideal. Still pretty amazing realism. Although Hot Toys got the grin expression more accurate. Joker showed more bottom row teeth than top. Them
Yeah.
dogs are silly. I like that.
Yeah, I like how Hot Toys did the tongue out. Because
Oh
he
yeah,
does
yeah.
that, a lot in the movie. So I kind of liked how Hot Toys did that. That's one of the pluses of the Hot Toys one. Even though I didn't go for that one either.
Pedro says, in my experience, wires and silicone fingers will break and poke out over time.
Yeah, I think that will happen on these. I don't even want to move them that much, you know.
What about the neck? So the whole time I thought they were like gears or some type of like rotating like a system. So I'm not
I don't
comparing
think
it to
it's that
this,
full.
but like the way you could bend these guys, like there's like a whole system under them. So like there's like little gears that you could move them, right? If there are wires under them, like
I don't think the neck is a wire. I
you don't
think
think
it's
that.
a metal peg that goes from the base up into the head with a ball at the end of it. So you can move the neck because the ball sits at the end of the metal peg. But that's what I think. Or it's like a metal rod that has a peg at the top with a ball, and that's how you move the. And not even a thick metal rod. Like you see the opening, like that's how big the pole will be that goes through to the neck.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kind of like if you get a Fison body, like a third party one, or you order it from TB League or whatever, or those Fison companies, it is like a metal pole that comes through the neck. It's like literally all metal skeleton through the body.
Yeah. Here's them bending the head again.
That's really cool, man. It's cool looking, you know.
The funny thing is like so when I look at this, right, like when they're turning it, bending it and all that stuff, like 90% of his whole neck is covered by his suit. So you're not going to
Yeah.
be able to see all that or like play around with it too much, because I feel like the suit, especially when I put on suits, like my collar area is like always hitting my chin or my neck. So it's like,
Well, that's another thing. The InArt one has a seamless neck too, because the neck, like it cuts off right above the shoulders there, or the traps. So that sits underneath the collar, so you can't see any joints there. But then again, it won't have the same articulation that this does. So like when you turn the head, you're turning the whole neck with it. So it's like a stiff whole neck.
yeah,
So like he's either looking at, you know what I mean? So like you don't
yeah,
get the motion that you would with this. So with this, I'm telling you, the only selling point is that for a picture, you're gonna get that slight, little twist that might sell the picture a little better than it would have on the InArt one. Or it's just that little. You're going from 98% to 99%. You know what I mean? To
yeah.
me, anyway, that's what that is.
Nolram had a question. So to switch out the heads, you got to undo his shirt.
It looks that way. And that might be a bigger pain in the ass than the Hot Toys or the InArt, because the InArt is annoying just to have to switch the neck, but you don't even have to take the shirt off. Yeah, But the really annoying part is going to be undoing that tie every single time, because that's what annoys the shit out of me about the InArt one, is having to loosen up that tie.
Oh, then tie it back or push
See,
it like
because
a.
it's, you see how like perfect that tie looks in 1/6 scale. That's hard to do. Like, it's hard to get that perfect tie knot like that. So, yeah, I'm guessing you are gonna have to switch, which is, Norum just made another selling point into me not getting the one with two heads now, because I'm not gonna want to do that either.
I haven't heard anybody mention that, to be honest, and none of those 6 scale guys about swapping out the portraits.
The 6 scale guys have mostly been talking about those dogs
Yeah,
and the price.
they're worried about.
and the fact that it's another Joker.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Batman in the statue game, I guess. It's like another Batman, you know.
It's funny
Another
because
Wolverine.
the guys you're talking about, like I have like an idea who you're talking about exactly. Like they're the same guys that are saying like, but I'm gonna still get it just to review. Like, what's the whole like argument then? You know?
Well, they gotta review it, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh man, you know how much kids I gotta feed. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that the InArt also has going for it compared to this guy is like the base and the jail cell like little the bars that come with the InArt one.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty badass compared to this thing.
They're pretty cool. The bars are real metal and they're weathered really well, and then the base that the bars go into is real wood.
Oh, it's real wood. Dang.
Yeah. So it's all pretty nice.
You see this? What is this? A tie for?
Yeah, dude. I can't even tie a 1-to-1 tie.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. On the regular size. Maybe all Eddies are the same.
Yeah, probably. I hate this guy too. So yeah.
Wow, I hate to see.
Um,
I got a clip-on tie, man. On the same time my whole life.
nah, I always get my neighbor or one of my brothers to tie my tie, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Wow.
I'm horrible at tying ties.
Oh,
man.
so you get King Banana to tie the tie. That's why he knows.
Yeah. Let's see. Everything else is spot on. His shoe. Well, to me, everything looks spot on. His shoes, his socks, his pants. They look well, crazy tailored. But that's what like J&D is well known for, right?
Yeah, it's just the proportions that I don't know if they're standing out to everybody else like they are to me, but for some reason he looks a little less slender, like tall and slender than the InArt one did. He looks a little more padded especially in the upper thigh and like the torso area.
Yeah.
He looks a little more padded than the InArt one did. I feel like the InArt really nailed the proportions of him.
I'm gonna bring those pictures up because if that's the best, that's the best.
See, I feel like you see how the jacket kind of hangs over, like as if it's hanging off of his humped shoulders like that.
Yeah.
The-
Oh, 1000%.
The J&D one kind of looks puffed out, you know?
The J&D one looks like it's hanging over his shoulders more than his back.
Yeah.
That's a great point right there.
See, it's just a little less, I don't know, caved in or...
Which one is... You said the InArt is more accurate, right?
I don't know. So the colors look more accurate on the InArt one, because the J&D definitely looks washed out a little, which gives it that look of like weathered, a little more weathered. You see, like it looks a little more washed out right there. So I don't know, that in person, even to those pictures right there, like it looks a little bit darker and cleaner than that. There is weathering on the InArt one, but it doesn't. It looks a little cleaner.
You know what's funny? Like we're looking at this for 45 minutes already, and then when we pulled up the InArt, I was like, "This looks like trash, man."
Wow.
But this is
one's
the sculpt.
really good. I think it's the sculpt on the other one that sells the other one.
Are both of these sculpted, or is this?
These are sculpted, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at the
Not
wrong
the
one.
rooted ones.
Sorry.
That's the only difference. Everything else is the same on the rooted.
Yeah, but the portrait has to be a lot better, right?
You know, the portrait might be better on the JND one, though.
There we
I
go. Look
don't know.
at
That's the hot toy one right
that. I'm looking for
See, I like
InArt.
that smirk.
I'm not liking the paint job on that thing, man.
See,
To
the
be
paint
honest.
might be better on JND's. The paint's really good on the InArt one, but it looks a little more washed out on the JND, which is good because like it looks more like he sweated off the paint, you know?
Yeah.
Like the InArt one, it's good, but the JND's looks really, really, really good.
Oh, this is still sculpted. What the fuck? Do you know a good website to look this up?
For the pictures, they should be on Queen's site. If you go to Queen Studios, they should have pictures of their InArt on there.
Is it like is it still Queen Studios or is it InArt,
It's
whatever?
still Queen. They like to say that. Look,
I know.
they like to say, "Oh, it's a completely different," but they still got John as the fucking guy showing them off, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Collectible figure.
If they don't have pictures of the 2-pack, then you could go to 1/6 kit. He's got the 2-pack. I'm pretty sure he still has a 2-pack up. Everybody's making a little side company now. You notice that Hot Toys just came out with their side company now.
You know
One
why,
World
right?
Studios. No, why? Why do you think?
Well, I think, yeah. Why I think is because like that way, if they don't have the license, they could get the license from the side piece.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, KG Hobby.
I just checked them.
Oh, they didn't have it? That's it, right? Or was that? Yeah, right there.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not liking the portrait on this thing, man.
Wow.
I'm
That's what I'm
not.
saying. It looks in. Well, I'm gonna hit you with the in person. It looks really good, but in person it does. But the JND looks a little more realistic, and I'm thinking it's because of the silicone and a little bit better paint job. Like
Look at that, man. Look at that, and then
that's
look
insane.
at this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. One looks a little more mass produced than the other.
Oh yeah.
Like this looks more like a mass produced than the other. But also, what if the prototype and the actual production aren't as good?
So I'm so glad that you brought that up because I was waiting for you to bring that up.
Wow.
You know, our it only took you 48 minutes, but it's okay.
Jesus.
But no, I'm kidding. So, but I've heard, you know, our guy Buck Fangs, Buck Nasty, Buck Wild. You know that guy?
Yeah, I know that guy.
He always says J&D gets a whole bunch of crap, but their production line comes better than the prototype.
Wow.
Always, he says that all the time.
Wow.
And
But
I gotta
he's also a JND shrill, right? He loves JND. So he's been on that bandwagon since the beginning, the JND bandwagon. I'm not hating. I like some of JND's stuff. You know, I love some of their actual collectibles. I don't love the way they run their company. I think they're a bunch of dicks.
yeah.
But I do like some of their product, yeah. And I agree that they usually come out pretty similar to prototype, if not better. But this InArt, like, this isn't doing it justice. I'll just, like, it looks a lot better than that. And it's not even as white.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's still white, but, like, more like that. That's a good picture. It looks more like that.
It's still kind of white.
Well, you know.
Well,
That's why it's not silicone, bro. The other one is silicone.
I know. It's interesting, man, because like I'm outside this world completely, but I'm just looking at it from an untrained eye, you know. So J&D Shill here. I love my art.
looks like, Harley Lopez, not Harley Quinn, but that's okay.
Hey, bro, that's
I got no hate. If you like them, you like them. Like, cause like I said, I never seen them in person, so maybe in person they're crazy,
but like honestly, like I'm so glad we watched this for 40 minutes because going back to this one, it's
I don't
like
know. You keep mentioning the 40 minutes, so it doesn't feel like you're glad that you watched.
no, I am because like
Okay.
we're giving it we're not knocking on it, but we're just like we don't know too much about it. But when you go back to InArt, which is right now the most liked
Yeah.
1.6 Joker, like it's crazy to go back and say J&D is better now, or J&D in my opinion J&D right now is killing the InArt one,
I don't know about killing.
like
Like I
killing.
said, you went from 98 to 99. It's like it's just a little further.
This looks like no, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Wow.
Agree that J&D looks the most human. That's good. That's a good way to put it. And the closest in production. What replacement would have been a better replacement to the dogs? The pile of money he slides down, or the snapped billiard stick? Ooh, that'd
The
be
billiard
cool.
stick they needed. I don't know why nobody's done that one.
That's a
They
scene
need
right there.
that.
That's a badass scene.
Your brother said blade in the boot. What the hell? I don't even
Oh,
remember
dagger in
him
the
doing
boot.
that.
Yeah, remember he had
Yeah.
the dagger in the boot when he stabbed.
Oh, he
that.
kicks it and it comes out, right? You're right. He
Yeah.
did do that. So that would have been cool to see. Honestly, Hot Toys has a lot of gun accessories that they didn't give him. He could have came with the RPG that he uses. They threw that table or the chair in there, so they definitely should have thrown in the table and the light. I think there was a light on the table, the little lamp or table light when he was in the
Interrogation.
Yeah, sorry, my bad, OG. I think I mentally blocked it out when it happened. So I don't remember. Those would all have been cool throw-ins. What am I forgetting? Oh,
So-
they did the switch, which InArt didn't do. I think JND did the switch, that they had on the boats. Yeah.
Oh,
right
the
there.
little key and for the bomb.
Also the shotgun. I think he's using like a little snub nose shotgun or something, or a sawn off shotgun when he's in Bruce Wayne's apartment or penthouse or whatever, right? Doesn't he have a
Yeah,
shotgun?
yep.
They could have done that. They could have done the pencil. The InArt
The
came with
pencil, like that. There's a dagger right there, but isn't not the one with the shoe. Quick question for you: do you know if like the ones with the gloves are they going to be movable fingers as well?
No, that's
They're not,
only
okay.
on the four-armed ones.
Does he have a Tommy gun? It looks like it.
What else? I don't even remember what else he used.
In the movie, the pencil definitely. You know what would have been awesome? You remember when they arrest him? They showed all his weapons he had in his pockets. He had
Oh yeah,
like 6
I
daggers
know.
or
Just
6
do
blades.
that whole
Yeah,
table of weapons.
you don't have to like move them out of like it doesn't have to be like individual parts. It could have just been like on the mat or something. I would have loved
Yeah.
that. Man, like so in your like about this, is it gonna be a magnetic
I'm thinking it
shoes?
is. I'm thinking it is because there's no kind of crotch grabber or waist
Oh
clamp.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if it says it in the listing, but it has to be that way. Everybody's doing that. And I imagine since they did the magnetic eyes, they did the magnetic feet. But they'll beat or InArt if they do. So everybody complains about the magnetic base on InArt because you got magnets in the feet and you have a magnet in the middle of the base. So it automatically goes to that point the second you put it on the base. The feet will kind of go to that point. And what they want people to do is instead of putting the magnet in the base is make the base just metal.
Yeah.
So the magnets will stick to any part of the base. So I don't know how J&D did theirs, but I'm pretty sure it is a magnet.
You know what's interesting? So I'm reading through this, right? It says the greatest new feature for the smaller scale, the Joker has to be the invisible joints, in the neck and in the hands. So there's no wires. It sounds like, or does that sound like to you? Like
There's wire for sure.
there's wires.
Something
Okay, so,
has to keep the structure in those fingers.
but like it says, under the silicone skin allows multi-directional movement for more realistic positioning that cannot be replicated with traditional ball joints. The intricate invisible joints of the fingers allow collectors at a glimpse of what is possible for action figures.
So maybe you think there's like actual tiny little ball pegs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's the smarter way if it's not wires.
So it says fingers cannot be positioned in different ways that can mimic the real hand. Blah blah blah. Invisible finger joint hands can now point, hold up the peace sign, make a fist, and etc.
I think it'd be smart if they showed that whatever's underneath that silicone. But, you know, J&D, who knows if they would even care to show you.
I doubt it.
What does it say for the base?
Doesn't say anything for the base just yet.
Oh, on the top. Just says one base, one action figure. It doesn't say how the base works.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about that. Don't you think like this is the type of
What
information?
if it's not magnetic at all? What if it's just a flat podium that he stands on? It's like, what the hell?
You think it would be like that? I don't think it will stand. People will be able to make it. But his feet are kind of, yeah, I don't know. Would like Hot Toy collectors hate it if there was like a keyhole? Like you know
Yes.
how statues, they would hate it?
Yeah, because you'd be affixed to that position, and Hot Toys want options. Or 1/6. That's the whole point. 1/6 scale collectors want to be able to have him standing however they want him in the collection. You know.
Yeah. Noram says, why didn't they give us the bank robber
I know.
outfit with the second body?
That would have been an instant sale. I want
You know,
that one.
something that's missing from this whole accessory pack, to be honest, is the mask that he has in the beginning of the movie.
I think they should give him. It's because it's not that suit. That's a completely different suit. But
it's from the. Yep.
I would be fine if they threw that in there. To be honest.
This is like a. This is like one of those things where he goes like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, how dare you even mention that? You know?
But man, again, like looking at this and then going back to this, I'm like,
Wow, you're making it seem worse than it is.
it's just facts. Okay.
This is like I'm gonna put this in statue terms for you, okay? This is like the Superman you have behind you, bro. That's how much people like this right here. This is like
what beats
that
the Superman?
Nothing. That's why. Now you got that, and the J&D is like the LBS Superman coming up. You know?
Oh, okay. They should have just done all this articulation and went there. The price would have been stupid though. The price would have been like $4,000.
Scale figure, would that even sell?
Yeah, I think it would.
You think so?
Yeah.
People don't buy the quarter scale Hot Toys. Don't sell well. They always go down in price.
OG fan says, I don't even use the bases, baby.
Wow. That's a high praise. You don't live in California either, do you, OG? Because one earthquake and it's all going down, buddy. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think we'll hear more, we'll see more, and freaking let me go back to the post really quick because this is the biggest thing I want to see people blow up in the comments because, like I said in the beginning, like J&D guys, I'm sorry, 1/6 guys are crazy with their comments. They're never constructive. They're always like, very detrimental. They're very.
I'm surprised no one put in there like, who asked for this? That's always in there.
Blah blah. Companies. Contains people. Blah, blah. Right now, everyone's talking about that's not for sale for U.S.
I can't believe that's
buyers.
such a big point.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. What are you new?
Well, this guy says it. Guys, there are companies in the U.S. that will sell this. J&D won't ship directly to U.S., but you definitely can buy it here. Yeah, it's definitely like
Duh.
an argument point that they should have already known. Like you can't buy InArt stuff, right? Directly from InArt.
No,
Yeah.
no,
So
it's through everybody else. The
this is my
same
favorite.
places you got your InArt, you're probably gonna be able to get this Joker. This is crazy.
Yeah. How dare you not? Look, this is the privilege stuff I was talking to you about earlier. How dare you not sell in U.S.? Don't you know this is the center of the universe? John would have hooked me up with a figure.
Yeah, exactly.
The U.S. license. Yeah, look, I can't believe that is an argument point. This is funny. The U.S. license is the main license that everyone tries to get, but you don't take the time to communicate the option C isn't available to you to us. I guess you just wanted that free PR from YouTubers. Jesus,
Maybe
man.
you ever see that meme on Instagram where it's like my toxic trait is expecting everybody to have common sense. Maybe.
Oh, I could put that. Let me put that. My
Damn. Don't
trait.
just put like
I'm
you
kidding,
stole
I'm
the
kidding.
quote. No, put it up there, but don't put Money Mendez. Just leave it as Steve. Steve, the casual nerd.
You can watch me on Casual Nerd Problems.
But
Casual Nerd Problems.
I'm gonna be honest.
1 hour and 1 minute in.
Dang. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really think about it until I asked someone where do they buy their JND statues, and they were like, well, I get them straight from JND, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that was an option. But then I thought about it, and I was like, wait, they're not gonna offer the Joker though, because there's no way in hell it could be licensed in the US because of the Hot Toy Joker. Like that's just common sense. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't want to be a dick, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you know, how at least think it through first. Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna tell everybody to watch 1 minute, 1 hour in, and comments. That's what this episode should have been called. No kidding.
Dang.
So, final thoughts on this one. I think it looks badass. I think it looks better than this crap. And I think no,
Wow.
I'm kidding. I have no idea, but like I think this is a great pivot in 1/6 scale collectors to finally recognize what Hot Toys is doing for them, keeping the prices down low. Quality is probably not going to be ever going to match this, but you know, Hot Toys has your back.
I think it's gonna be interesting their next figure they do. This is JND's prideful like way of coming out and like we're gonna do the Joker, but I think if the next figure they do is like, I don't know, something that like a Terminator, if they came out and did an Arnold Terminator like this, bro, there'd be
no question.
There'd be so much hype. There would be so much hype. So I think it's just this Joker. And to be fair, I think it still looks good, and I think people are still going to buy it. And that's with Joker fatigue and everything. So if their next figure is something like something crazy, I think they're going to be successful with the line. But
Okay.
as far as the Joker, when the Type A goes up, because you guys convinced me to do the A now, I don't even want the B anymore.
I didn't say nothing. Okay,
Dang,
but keep
man.
going.
Which is good. I'll be saving
What?
money. But I'm still interested. I think it's a good offering. You hate to see it, OG. It may be because we missed those. You know, these young kids never saw the interrogation room, so
What?
wow.
Question for you. For Hot Toys, I think the number for Hot Toys for 2023, they released 62 Hot Toys for this year, right? Something like that. It's pretty high up
I think it
there.
was higher. I think it was like 80.
80.
Or are you
okay.
saying like actual release or went up for pre-order?
The release that are in people's
Maybe it
hand,
was
in hand right now.
It was high like that.
So let's say it's 60, right? So InArt only dropped what? Gandalf, Joker, the guy from It, the Pennywise,
Pennywise.
uh,
Those are all that are in hand now.
in
But to
hand.
be
Yeah.
fair, a lot of Gandalf still aren't in hand, and from what I'm hearing, some people are still waiting on their Joker. So
I
yeah,
mean, you waited pretty long too. I think you just got it recently, so you waited a good minute. I
the
think.
Joker I didn't wait as long. The Gandalf I'm still waiting. But to be fair, I ordered that one late, and I ordered from Cosmic Chase, which I think he's gonna get them like super late. I don't know why, but I don't know if people already got some from Cosmic Chase, but most of the people I know either got it from uh, TNS or 1/6 Kid or other places. I don't know.
So the biggest thing I was gonna go with that, like 60 pieces from Hot Toys in 1 year, uh, three, maybe 2 or 3 pieces for InArt this year, 2023. Do you think J&D is gonna up those numbers where they're gonna release one per year or four per year, or
How many statues do they do a year?
I would say at least 10. I think they
Holy
no, not
shit.
10. Like, I'm sorry, not 10. We'll look at it right now.
I think
So
they're gonna do a good amount. They're definitely not gonna get near Hot Toys. I don't think anybody's gonna get near Hot Toys. I think even we'll see the production level jump a little bit within art a little, but I'm guessing they may announce maybe 5 next year, but how many will we see ship? 0. You're not even gonna see this Joker ship until 2025. So
yep, 2025 quarter
in
two.
2020 in 2025, we might see 2 or 3 figures ship from them, depending on what they announce next year.
We got the biggest hater of all joining us. Look at these two knuckleheads right here. Time to J&Dies, guys.
Wow. You hate to see it.
This is like
What did we used to call the JND? The JND boys. What did we used to call them? Is that what we said? The JND.
I think
boys?
J&D boys is what we call them.
Damn. Yeah. That's what happens, Mark. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become a JND.
Oh shit, Pedro. I think for money, you said it was Terminator, right? That's like
Yeah, 100% Arnold Terminator. They could do so much with that silicone. They could legit do a metal endoskeleton.
dang,
And then
cool.
do like a damaged face with ripped up silicone.
Yeah,
they could
attach
do
it
so
there.
much with that, and it would be worth the 1,500 they're trying to charge people.
I'd be pissed off if they do an Indiana Jones in 1/6.
Really?
Like they already did. They already did a 1/3, but I'd be like,
They're gonna do
because
it.
I'm looking at what they already. They probably are. But I'm looking at what they already have. They have Superman, Wonder Woman. They have Batman, Pattinson. They got I doubt they do a Mira, Aquaman. I think they're gonna redo another piece they already have. To be honest,
Have they done Aquaman?
no, they did. What's Mira? Mira?
Yeah, they're not gonna do Mira because
Yeah.
they're just not. But they might do an Aquaman in 1/6. I could see them doing that.
I have a strong feeling it's gonna be Wonder Woman or it's gonna be a Batman.
They're definitely gonna do everything that they have a statue for. I think, except for maybe Basquiat. I don't know if they'll do a figure of him, but they're definitely gonna do like a Wonder Woman. Maybe not a gold Wonder Woman. They might do the regular suit.
So OG fan says,
it was.
I believe actual release is 80 plus. So the reason I brought that up, like we're thinking it's gonna be really low, like 1 or 3 at the most for freaking InArt. Would that sway you to like start selling your hot toys to start collecting either
Upgrading?
InArt or I don't know if upgrade is the right word, to be honest, because like
I won't sell them until they do a figure that's better than what I own already. So it's not like I'm gonna sell all my Hot Toys and just wait for whatever InArt and JND do. I'm not gonna sell them until I get it in hand and it's better than the one that I have. And also, if I can have a different version of it, I might not sell them at all. Like if they do if they do, they're not gonna do Star Wars, but we'll say they do Batman. If they do a Dark Knight Batman to go with this Joker, and I already have the Dark Knight hot toy, I might just put that in a different part of the Batman collection, like either with the Bat Pod or the Tumbler, and have this guy doing something else. That's the cool thing about 1/6 is you have space. I don't necessarily think you got to get rid of your older one, unless you want only one version. Then you can, but you won't see like in statue companies or statue collectors where it's like, oh, LBS is doing a whole 1/3 line. I'm gonna sell my other 1/3 line, and I'm gonna go with LBS, and they like sell the whole line. You won't see that in 1/6 really. People will wait until people are fine with mix and matching companies. Like they'll have the J&D Joker with the Hot Toys Batman, you know. They don't care as long as it's the best version that they can have, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So, what I'm trying to get that at too is Hot Toys has nothing to worry about.
I don't think Hot Toys will ever have anything to worry about. I know that they're getting mass produced and they're doing a lot of 2.0s, but they're also showing some promise with maybe the artisan stuff. I don't know if they're quite there yet with that. That kind of seems more like a gimmick, but they're getting, the likenesses are getting way better, which were already good, but they're getting better. The amount of characters they do is just way more superior. The price point, even though it's high, is way better. So I don't know if Hot Toys will ever be out, you know?
Yeah.
Because people love to collect lines, and you're not going to be able to collect. A lot of people won't be able to collect a line from InArt, you know? Like, that's a whole, if you think about it, 2 figures is $1,000. So if you're collecting like a line, that's a lot of thousands, you know? So it's like Hot Toys, you can kind of get a line for, you can get like 3 or 4 figures for under $1,000 still, you know? So I don't know. Hot Toys will never be down and out in 1/6.
Would you say, like, I guess just one more question, like, would you say like 90% or like a high percentage of Hot Toy collectors are like, that's like they won't pay over $500 for a figure? Like they won't pay, like this InArt and J&D stuff is not for them. They're just gonna keep under that. I think right now the average is $300, isn't it?
That's
for like,
going up. It's going up. They just did a new Batman. That thing after tax and shipping from Sideshow is close to 400. I would say the average for Hot Toy collectors nowadays is 500.
what? Really?
Because a diecast Iron Man is 500 after tax and shipping. So I would say Hot Toy collectors are getting used to spending more. But they're not used to spending 1,500 yet. So they're gonna be cautious to that. But even under 1,000, I think that's the limit. I think like when you get to like 700-800, that's when Hot Toy collectors won't even justify it anymore. Only like certain people will, because the InArt Joker, even though it was very popular, I think what was more popular was the 1 sets. The 2 set is still around for the rooted. You can still get it, and some places have it on sale. So, and I don't know, I don't think the resale is doing good on any of them right now. But that's kind of with everything.
Yeah, that's what statues
I think
say.
the cap for 1/6 for like a majority of the community is going to be around like 700-800.
Gotcha. So version A is gonna sell. It's like,
I think version A is going to sell out for sure. It's the other 2 that I'm thinking aren't going to sell.
gotcha. Fernando, is this Fern? Fernando says crazy though, but Hot Toys used to be premium in 1/6 collecting, but it seems now they're third tier in terms of quality.
Which is still crazy to say because they're still high quality. Like they're still really damn good. So yeah, they are like the entry level still, but still pretty damn good for entry level. And then now that they have Hono Studios doing super entry level stuff, which is mostly comic stuff, that I think that line is gonna be. That's crazy that that's even more entry level and still looks to be good quality.
Let's hope so.
I think, if I'm being honest, I think it's a funner, better time to be a 1/6 scale collector than it is statues. Because I think
Really?
statues are getting even more pricey, and they are getting better with likenesses and stuff. So if you're like a movie collector of statues, I think that's getting better. But statues is the problem with statues is they're getting pricey and you still don't have space. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot, and then you gotta find somewhere to put those boxes. So I don't know. I think it's still funner to be a 1/6 scale collector.
Oh, I agree, man. You guys have more options. You guys have like way more characters, and your guys' boxes are the size of shoe boxes, and you know that's
Yeah.
that's awesome. But OG fan says most hot toys after tax and shipping are over $300. Deluxe and specials are about $400.
Yeah, it's getting crazy, man.
Yeah, for large numbers of figures.
Yeah, it's also cool to be a hot toy or 1/6 scale collector backwards collecting right now, because almost nothing. Well, I guess that's a good and a bad thing. If you're collecting if you want your collection to hold value, it's not a good time to be a 1/6 collector, because nothing is holding value. There are grails that are selling for like almost retail again. Some aren't. Like there's like some of the Han Solos, because I don't know if Han Solo will ever be made again in 1/6. He's still selling for a lot, stuff like that. But most of the stuff you could buy a whole Infinity War line or a whole Endgame line for cheap.
I saw someone selling the
a
whole
lot of Star
set.
Wars stuff for cheap.
Yeah. The one figure that I do want that I would probably just keep as a one-off is the Yoda that you just got. The
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah, that's the one I would get.
That one.
Agreed. Collecting 1/6 is now amazing. I have the Clint Eastwood Cowboys in my collection, which I
Yeah.
never thought I. What? See, this is the same thing that's going on with statues. Like grails are being sold, and they're being sold for cheap, man. It's like
I see
it's crazy.
Hulkbusters for sale. For a minute, I was seeing your Superman for sale. I saw like one or two, but that stopped. I haven't seen one in a minute.
Yeah, that's a question I have for the guys for later on. Like, what is selling for a premium right now? Like, what's keeping its value or keeping?
I think your Hawkman. Well, I mean, even that went down, but like you still don't see much of them anywhere.
No, it's only edition size of 200. That's like a huge.
Which is crazy. You don't see. So it's not that I see more of them for sale. It's just when they do go for sale, they aren't what they used to be. Right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, I don't know.
Like for me, statues, like I think it was Mark or Brenton that brought this up, but you're not seeing, at least for the last 2 weeks, I haven't been seeing new posts for statues for sale.
Yeah,
like people are either scared to put it up because they're gonna people are gonna offer crackhead prices, or people just don't want to lose out on all the money.
Maybe they're tired of reposting.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's annoying having to repost the same stuff, and like if they boxed them up and they took pictures with dates, they have to unbox them, take new dates, and all that. And like, I think people are just getting tired of selling, especially right now during the holidays. You got a lot of other stuff going on. Work could be busy. You're visiting family or something. There's a lot going on. It could be busy. So maybe that's why there's not a lot of new posts right now. Maybe we'll see a flood of stuff when the new year starts.
Yeah, I think so. And that's where that's why I'm always ready for this kind of stuff, because I love clips and
losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
You gotta get the other part of that. I fucking love that song. Sometimes I'll listen to that song like when I'm driving for work. I love that song, dude.
How does the song go? Adam Sandler says,
"Somebody kill me
me, please.
Pretty,
I'm
pretty,
on
please.
my knees. Kill me.
Kill me. I wanna
to
die.
Bullet in
Dude,
my
Adam Sandler,
head.
man, he was the GOAT, man, for a minute with all those movies. But yeah,
Drew Barrymore was hot, I thought, for me. I was
dude,
like,
she younger?
yeah.
She was. For sure.
I love all their old school hairstyles. We're getting off topic, but yeah.
My hair looks kind of like that dude's right now.
All right, calm down.
The way he had it flowing over like that.
His best friend. Yeah. Is that the guy you're talking about?
Yeah, no, the dude right now is like he's losing his mind.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. But yeah, I don't think we could say anything more on this J&D piece. There's going to be part B or edition or version B and version A going to be releasing during the next 2 days. But I think there's not much more to say on this thing. If anything else comes out, I don't think J&D ever backtracks. Like they never go like, oh, you know what, we're gonna add this, or we're gonna add, we're gonna fix this. They're pretty stubborn. So
yeah, that's why I was saying if you don't like something, don't even bother. Because like people were like giving InArt a lot of criticism on the Gandalf, and some stuff got changed, and there was a lot of community input on that one, and J&D is gonna be like the stark opposite of that. It's like, don't even bother saying anything. You don't want the dogs, we're gonna give you 2 more dogs.
Fuck face.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Daniel's gonna come out and like
Dude.
yell at CMP or something.
oh, what if he comes out with another video like he did with the elf, the elven chick?
Yeah, like how pissed off he got. Like,
yeah, I could 100% see him doing another video, like getting pissed at the 1/6 community. We'll see though.
but that's just a couple more minutes. But like that's the thing. Freaking 6 skill collectors, they're critical, man. And like J&D knows that before even getting into the 1/6 community. Like they're gonna get criticized for. I mean, come on, they're getting criticized for not selling to the US. Like when all these YouTubers should already like put out the word. Like, come on, man. Like,
No. I think
they're very
thinking
nitpicky.
they're trying to hit that very niche group. Like I said, that's like those hardcore custom guys that buy a lot of stuff, and they're trying to market to them. But to me, 500 seems like a high ES. I would have
Really?
maybe thought
For
yeah,
1/6?
for that 2-pack, that I would have thought 300 max.
I think if they would have put it at 300, it would have sold out like immediately. But like 500 is like they're giving more extra wiggle room for profits right
Let's
there.
see. I'll come out with like a crazy guess, and like I'm willing to risk looking like an idiot. I bet you they don't even sell half of them. Let's see if it sells out.
Okay, so it's not fair because J&D only sells to distributors
Yeah,
most of
that's
their
true.
stock.
You're
so
right.
you can't make
But-
that. Yeah.
Okay, then if it does sell out, we'll see if these distributors have it on sale in like 2026.
Oh, on sale. Yeah.
Yeah, like 10% off or something.
I won't take that bet because I know they'll have it.
Yeah, I don't see it. Also, I feel like 1/6 collectors aren't showboaty. I feel like some statue collectors will be like, "Oh, I got this J&D 1/3." I feel like 1/6 guys, maybe they won't be like, "I got the J&D 2-pack." Maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
I don't know. I feel like the guys
They
that got the InArt stuff, like I see them all showboat about.
Dude,
the
I wear it around my
Gandalf,
neck.
about the
I got a chain. And I put
You
my
could.
InArt on there, and I
You
wear it
could,
to,
yeah.
I wore it to LA Comic Con like that. I didn't even have the exhibitor pass. I just showed the InArt Joker, and they let me right in.
You go around the Hot Toys booth and you're like, what is this shit?
Exactly. Peasants.
Yeah, well, let's get out of here, man. OG Fing, Fury Kong, Fern. Is this Big Fern? I don't know.
No.
Big Fern. If
That's
it's not
Little
you,
Fern.
I'm sorry. Little Fern. Yeah, Little
Oh,
Fern.
okay.
Pedro, Mark Books, everyone, Laura, everyone, thank you for joining in. And we'll see you. You got anything coming up, Money? There's like 20, 30 people still here.
Not on my channel. I'm doing stuff on Instagram. If you guys, I'd appreciate it if you follow me on Instagram. Normally I don't sell myself, but Instamade Media, I'd appreciate follows on there because I'm trying to do more reels and stuff. But no, as far as streaming, I'm just with you on the movie reviews, and then tomorrow I got 2 streams, but it's 1/6 scale. I don't know if everybody wants to tune in for those. It's Marco 1/6 fix in the morning. We're doing a bargain bin bros, and then at night they got LWO on P-Rock's channel.
I can't find your IG. I just followed you. There you go. There, someone found you.
Thanks, King Banana. I always liked you more.
All right, you guys. Well, we got rid of that guy, and
Your brother Steve is all like, I can't find you, and King Banana's like, I followed you. You see? You know
well,
what?
I follow.
I need him to tie my tie too. I think I'm gonna go with him.
That was good. That was good. I follow the personal account of Eddie Money, so where he puts the real stuff.
Wow. That's where I post all the OnlyFans stuff.
Yeah. I'm not subscribed, but he gives me a free deal. Have a good night, you guys.
Later.
See you guys.